everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I am so excited to do, just gonna be a little fun casual one, but what I'm gonna be calling this video I think is MIA makeup, missing in action makeup, something along those lines. Basically, I moved from Iowa to Las Vegas in April of 2021, and just within the past couple of months and even couple of weeks, I have discovered makeup bags that I forgot to unpack. And when I opened them and I looked at the makeup inside, I thought, huh, you've been here this whole time? And so I thought I would share some of those products that I kind of forgot about, but was excited to see again, couldn't believe I forgot about. The makeup that went missing in action after my move. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so before we jump into it, I will share my outfit of the day. We are very casual. We are very casual today. I just have my sweatpants on, and then I have on my unbothered sweatshirt. This is available in my merch store, so I will have that linked down below. I did also just get done filming a get ready with me on this look here, so I used the Amrezy Palette. I do also have a new lip product on, and I have to say, like, I'm not really feeling it right now, but this is what happens when you review products. Like, you have to keep pushing through to see like how it's gonna end up by the end of the night. This one is from Kaja. It's one of the Love Swipes. I think maybe it's the darker color that's throwing me off because I've worn the lighter colors and I thought that it went well, but I feel like it's like doing weird things on the corner of my lip. I don't know, but I have to keep trying them out so I can bring you a review. So there's that. But I will link that get ready with me in the cards if you are interested in seeing how I got this look. But I was filming a video on the new launch that happened for my brand, which is called by Samantha March. So I still have, I wore my unbothered sweater in that video too, but this is going up quite a few days later and I'm still feeling just like really excited about my new launch. I'm filming this the day before the launch happens, which was Friday the 28th. And I'm just like feeling all sorts of excited, and I'm starting to get really nervous, and whoo, it's gonna be like hard to sleep tonight, but it's gonna be fine. So I have on my unbothered shirt and just rocking the merch today. So like I said, I had mentioned in a video about how I had discovered one of these bags, and I was like couldn't believe it because I found a bag as I was going through my declutter series. I did my declutter series towards the end of 2021. So I was like really looking all over my apartment because there was a few things that I was like, where is this? I feel like I have, you know, this palette, this lip product, this foundation, whatever it may be. And I ended up finding one bag and I was able to include, you know, some of those products in my declutters. But then it truly was just a couple weeks ago that I found another bag. And I was like, how is this happening? This is a small 2-bedroom apartment. How am I not finding all of this stuff? So when I mentioned that in a video, I had quite a few comments of people saying that would be a fun video to do, and people are giving in ideas like makeup I've ghosted. I thought was a really funny one. Could be the title of this video. I'm really not sure yet what I'm naming it. I just thought it would be fun. Obviously I have a lot more than, I think it's 10 products that I pulled that I'm going to share in this video, but there was like some other like little ones in there too, but I decided to stick with 10 that I thought would be quite funny to share that I somehow managed to forget about. So the product that I had mentioned in a previous video was from Wander Beauty, and this is their Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I think that I thought that I had decluttered this foundation because again, before I moved, obviously that's a pretty significant move. I had a moving truck, I had, you know, some my vehicle was all packed with boxes and everything, and so I was really trying to get rid of a lot of stuff and not bring a lot with me, especially downsizing from a 5-bedroom home to a 2-bedroom apartment. Like obviously like I was trying to downsize. So I do remember at one point like thinking about the Wander Beauty foundation, just like casually daydreaming about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I must have decluttered it because I had it for so long. I used it a lot. I remember at one point in like a video saying like, I think I'm getting, you know, kind of down there on this foundation. So I was like, surely I probably tossed it before I left then. No, I found it, but I'm like re-falling in love with this foundation. So I have the shade Light Medium, and once again, I do honestly feel like I am getting down on it because I notice when it has like this oversized doe fit for the applicator that I have to go back in more and more times than what like when I first bought it, so I can tell that I'm getting down there. But this is a beautiful foundation. I raved about this for so long. It has the most gorgeous natural finish, it's medium coverage. Those two are my sweet spots for foundations. It holds up really well. Once I found it, I immediately put it on my bathroom vanity so I'd remember to wear it. And as I've been wearing it, I'm like, how did I forget about you? I feel terrible. I feel terrible about this. Another foundation that I was so surprised. I was so surprised because this one, I don't even know if I had that thought of like, I wonder where that foundation was. Did it not make it with me in the move? This is from Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. I have the shade 240 Quartz. Once again, I spoke so highly about this foundation. It was one that was very interesting to me. I feel like the marketing kind of got me to buy it, you know what I'm saying? Because it said it was supposed to like refresh every few hours and then your skin was supposed to be looking amazing. Because you know, after you wear your foundation for a few hours, you need powder or touch up or something like that, or you start to get more oily, it starts to break down. Well, this was like every few hours it refreshes, and I was like imagining the foundation like rolling over on my skin, like a pillow flipping over, and I was like, how exactly is this working? But I bought it to test it out, and I actually ended up really liking the foundation. It's a little bit more full coverage than what I tend to go for, but it's still a very comfortable foundation, and like true to its word, you can actually see the foundation moving when I'm just kidding. You can't do that, but I can tell with this foundation that from the time that I put it on to the time that I take it off, it really doesn't move. It doesn't change. It doesn't look different. It lasts really, really well. A little bit bizarre to me, but I really enjoyed this foundation. And when I opened up that makeup bag, I was like, you're in here too? I had quite a few foundations that I don't know why I put them in this particular bag, because you know, a lot of my products was like foundations and concealers in here, and eyeshadow palettes are in these boxes, and I kind of packed it that way. But there was this one bag that had a mishmash of primers, foundations, palettes, eyeliners, lip liners. I was like, what was I doing? I don't know if it was maybe one of the last bags I packed. I really can't remember, where I was just like, it's, you know, towards the end of packing, you just kind of like throw things. You're like, ah, like it's time to go. I don't know if that's what happened, but there's another foundation that was in there, and this is from L'Oreal, the Infallible Fresh Wear. I really like this foundation too. So I have the shade 450. This was one that impressed me so much, and I typically, if you're newer-ish to my channel or new to my channel, if this is your first time here, hello, Samantha. I'm not, I was gonna say I'm not usually so like scatterbrained and unorganized. That's a lie. I would have straight up lied to you. That would not have been a good first impression, let me tell you. I typically go for more high-end kind of makeup, but every once in a while a drugstore release comes along and I'm like, you know what, I have to try that. I hear great things, or it just seems so interesting to me. And the Freshwear was getting such good reviews. I was like, I have to go out and try this, and it's beautiful. Natural finish, medium coverage, wear time is fantastic, super comfortable foundation. When I saw this in the bag, I was like, wow, you really gone lost your mind, girl. You forgot about the Freshwear? Like I mentioned, I had some different primers in there too. One of them being the Milk HydroGrip primer. How did I forget about this one? I really liked it. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a decent amount that's gone from this primer. I mean, primer is one of those that I don't go through super often, or super quickly, I guess I'm trying to say. You only need a small amount. You're typically only applying it one time is all that you need. But the HydroGrip is really nice. I think this was kind of dethroned by the Urban Decay gripping primer, which is maybe why I wasn't going for the Milk as much, because with the Milk, the only thing that I say with this one is it's kind of finicky. You have to apply it and then not apply your foundation for like at least 10 minutes. Otherwise, I get a lot of pilling action. But if I let it sit and sink in, I don't get that, and then it really holds on to the foundation or your other makeup products, and they don't fade or break down as quickly. This is a really nice primer though, and I was surprised. I like a lot from Milk makeup. So I was a little bit surprised when I saw that one. And then these were in the other makeup bag that I had rediscovered, but I think I found these in time. Were they in my, I think that these were in my primer declutter, but I was surprised at both of these, and I had said in that video, mentioning, you know, kind of forgetting about them, and I was trying to put them back in my rotation. So I actually have them both in on my bathroom vanity, just because I'm that person that needs things right there where I can see them, otherwise I forget to use them. But these two primers are from Ilia, the True Skin Radiant Priming Serum, and then from Lawless Beauty, the Set the Stage Hydrating Primer Serum. Both of these have skincare benefits to it, and I really like both of them. Primers, I think, maybe aren't something that they're not always at the forefront of my makeup thoughts. That's usually dominated by foundation, by eyeshadow palettes, by lip products for me personally. So I'm like, I don't know if maybe I kind of spaced it that way. But the Lawless, I was really impressed with, and I like Lawless Beauty as a brand, and they don't have a ton of products. Like, they don't have a full line yet. So I am kind of surprised that I forgot this one, but I've put it back, you know, like I said, put it back on my bathroom vanity, been using it a lot, and I still think that it's really nice. The Ilia, I think, is a really good one too. This is one of those primers that I can put on and you kind of instantly get a boost in your skin. Like, your skin just looks a little bit more even, it looks a little bit more hydrated. And I really appreciate that about this primer. So I go for this one a lot. It says firming and smoothing aloe infused. I definitely have a lot of redness. I deal with hormonal acne and just acne struggles in general. So a lot of times I have redness on my skin, and this is definitely something that can help calm that. So I really like both these primers. I'm glad we have been reunited. This concealer I found in that first makeup bag that I rediscovered, and when I found it, I was like, okay, Samantha. I don't think this one wasn't even in my concealer declutter. I found it after that because that was one of the first declutters that I posted. I don't know how I missed this one, but this is the Covergirl Undercover. I loved this concealer. I recommended it all of the time. I mean, this was just a favorite of mine. I have the shade Classic Beige. This came at, like, to me, what was like the height of drugstore concealers. They were really taking over. The Covergirl Undercover, the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, the Milani, their Conceal and Define Concealer. I know I'm missing one more. There was another drugstore concealer that was very hyped up, and I was buying all of them and trying all of them. And the Covergirl one is just another one that's fantastic. I couldn't believe it when I found that bag and I opened it. I was like, I'm kind of surprised no one called me out in my comment section like, hey Samantha, where is your Covergirl Undercover? You love that one so much. Or maybe they did. I can't always, I don't see every single one of my comments. I always try to be in my comment section at least every single day for a while. But I'm like, maybe I just missed a comment. But yeah, the Undercover. I'm glad we're back together. Then there was a point in time after I found it that it was like all I wore for a week. Like, if you looked at my description box, because I always link all the makeup I'm wearing, Covergirl Undercover, Covergirl Undercover. It was like my way of saying sorry. So sorry. Also, I found a setting spray, and this one made me chuckle a little bit. But this is from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I feel like so many people love this one, and I see people recommending it all the time, and I just don't like it. I liken it to hairspray. It's just, it keeps your makeup on. If that is just your end goal, that is what you want in life. You got a bomb makeup look, you gotta be out all night, what have you, sure, this is gonna keep your makeup on. But for me, I guess I'm combo leaning more dry, so also maybe if you have oily skin and your makeup slips a little bit faster, this could be a good one for you. But I just don't really have that problem, or I have other ways that I can make my makeup last, you know, different powders and that sort of thing. I don't know, Dior powder, no powder, I don't know, never heard of it. There's other ways I can make my makeup last versus an uncomfortable setting spray. I like setting sprays, I use them every day. Today I used the new e.l.f. Blue Light because I'm trying to get a review on that one. I love the Urban Decay, the Benefit Super Setter, etc. This one to me is just, it's too like sticky, and it just makes my face feel like that's what I do after I use like, and I just don't want to do that. Was that attractive? Was it? So not a fair. So I'm not necessarily surprised that I forgot about that one, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I do still have that. Before we jump into eyeshadows, I was so disappointed in myself when I found this. And this makes me think why that second bag that I found was like my last minute type of bag. Because it was just really random. There was also a hard drive in there, which I thought was very weird. Like one of my external hard drives, I go through those like, like I go through Starbucks coffees. Also in there was a fragrance. Samantha, like that's why I'm thinking, because this was always on my desk. So I'm thinking it was the last thing, and I just threw everything into that bag and then literally got in my car and started driving. Which one is this? The Flower by Kenzo. Yes, this is what it is. And if you can see, I do like this, or I did at least. I did like this because quite a bit is gone. This one, I really can't, just transparency, I can't quite remember the whole story on this. I want to say I got this gifted to me through like Idole, which would have been a long time ago that I worked with a site where you could basically apply for PR from different brands. I say basically because you do have posting requirements and all of that, but that's a whole other story. I think I got it from that, and I saw a bunch of people talking about this flower perfume, because it has this like rose on here. Like, I feel like I had seen a lot of people talking about it, so when it popped up on my Idole store, I think I requested it. I'm pretty sure that's how it went down, but I'm not absolutely positive. And I used to not really talk about fragrance a lot on my channel because I wasn't really a big fragrance perfume type of girl. That's really changed since I got to Vegas, which would have been in April. I was starting to dabble a little bit prior to that, but once I got here and it just was like, I'm around more people and, you know, single now and just like trying to find different ways to boost my confidence, especially because I'm a little bit more introverted, I'm a little bit more shy. So to be in a new city and being like, okay, you have to make friends, you don't have your built-in friend group from college anymore, like trying to find little ways that could make me more confident. I actually stumbled upon like realizing that fragrance was doing that for me. And I actually did in December, I did a video on my fragrance collection, but you didn't see this one because it was still in that bag. And I talk about how different perfumes have different memories for me. Like my Chanel Mademoiselle is a really special one to me because that was a perfume that I started wearing when I first moved here, and it makes me think of like my first memories and the first time, you know, meeting people and going out and just different things like that. So that one's really special to me for that reason and that sort of thing. But when I opened the bag and found this, I just was so disappointed in myself. Like, I was like, how did I forget this one? Because I thought it was so special. Like, at the time that I got it, I was still so new to that fragrance world that I was like, wow, this is like such a this is just so beautiful. And I actually really like the way it smells too. I am terrible at describing perfume, but this one is more like, it's the words that I think, because I sprayed it earlier, I'm wearing it today. The words that I think when I wear this one is like bold, powerful, kind of like sassy at the same time though. That's kind of how I feel about this one. But it's truly like, once I take the cap off, I can just like I feel like my room just got like a little refresh. So it's a little bit on the bolder side, I would say, but man, if this is still available, I definitely recommend it. And I feel like I'm gonna be wearing it again for like the next solid week, making up for lost time. All right, and then finishing off with some eye products. This is kind of embarrassing, but I found in that second bag my eyeshadow singles. What? I'm not exactly sure how I forgot about these. These are my Makeup Geek single shadows. We got 6 in here. But then in this one, I have not only eyeshadows, but I also have the blushes that Kathleen Lights did in collaboration with Colourpop. I completely forgot that I owned these. I was never really a big single shadow girl. Even like the Colourpop Super Shocks, just wasn't really into that. But within the last year or so, I've definitely been gravitating towards them more. I love like the Auric doubles, the Kaja trio stacks, the Colourpop Super Shocks I'm a big fan of now. So I'm almost kind of surprised that I wasn't like, hey, didn't I own single eyeshadows at some point? And these have just been sitting in my closet. But especially these blushes. I talk about liking the Colourpop blushes so much. I can't believe I forgot that I had these in this palette and I wasn't going searching for them. That was really embarrassing to me. So found these, found my single shadows and my single blushes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these because I just forgot about them. You know, there were some other products that I was like, huh, I wonder where that went type of thing. I never even thought about my single shadows. I feel really bad admitting that, but it's true. But it's true, they were definitely MIA, or I've ghosted them. Honestly, I don't know what I'm calling this video yet. Hopefully we figure it out so this video isn't just called untitled.mp4, but it could happen, we don't know with me. But after that, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had somewhat of a good time watching this and the makeup that I accidentally forgot about when I moved, that I forgot to unpack. That's my bad. Thank you to everyone who said that you wanted to see a video like this, so I hope that you did enjoy it. Like I mentioned, new products are available through By Samantha March. There is a brand new website for By Samantha March, which is by SamanthaMarch.com that you can check out. And again, this look video is up here on YouTube if you want to check it out. But I will link all the products that I was talking about down in the description box as always. And of course, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.